How you going, guys? So welcome back. So I've got a little project I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and I've been sort of looking for some bits and pieces, but I hadn't really found what I wanted. I put a couple of ads up on Facebook and everything like that, trying to see if I could find a couple of old scrap front guards or fenders, depending on which part of the world you are, because I wanted to make something out of them. And I put it up in quite a few sort of local car groups and bits and pieces, looking for some old junk, rusty fenders, but or guards. But I couldn't find anything. And today, something came along when I was at work, and I was fixing a tractor tyre. The guy took this tractor tyre out of the back of his. He had a big trailer there with a whole heap of old stuff in it, and I noticed there was something in it. So what I'll do is I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you what I found. And then I'll tell you what I'm going to do with it. So this is what I found. So it's a, I don't know, it's an early Bedford grill off a truck. What year I'm not sure. I'm guessing like sort of 40s or something like that, maybe 50s. It might, it might be older, it might be newer, I'm not sure. Dad would know, but he's not here. But anyway, my plans is, because this is pretty big, but my plans is, in my PC case that I use for video editing, eventually, like I want to, depending on whether we stay here or end up in America, but like the plan is to go to the States, but I want to build and make this basically a test. So what I want to do is, PC cases are ugly. They're square black boxes that you sit in the corner of your room or whatever like that. So if you've got a really cool sort of like man cave or even an office or something like that, like, okay, sure, like all this modern computers with the glass sides and everything like that, and all your flashy lights and all that sort of shit, might be a lot of people's cup of tea, but it's not mine. Like I don't mind the lights and bits and pieces, but it's not really my thing. I'd much rather have something that looked cool and old, and as Arco says, like a Mantique type sort of thing. So my plan is to modify this grill and end up with a wicked looking PC case out of it. So like I'm still toying with ideas, but my idea is to probably chop it through here and have this bit, because this is plenty deep enough. Chop it through here, probably use the other parts of it to maybe make the backside, I don't know, or I might just put because it's plenty deep enough too. Like the PC case would be, I don't know, what would we say? It's probably like it's bigger than this box for sure. Some of them are huge, but my PC case would be maybe that thick, whatever this box is. See if I can find a tape measure somewhere. Like I could bring my PC out here, but I can't be bothered. I've got to bring it out and clean it out anyway. But with a tape measure, if I can find one without driving myself nuts. But anyway. So like, I'm guessing I'd have to do a wee bit of research, but yeah, the average PC case I would imagine is probably say 200mm deep, or about 8 inches, give or take. I might be wrong, but I'm just on a rough guess. And then normally, I don't know how, mine's definitely bigger than this, but like if I said they were probably say 450mm long, or 17 or 18 inches, and they might be something similar high. Some of them are even bigger than that, like depends on what thing. So this thing here is plenty big enough like even just like that deep. If you just took from the front of the grill to the here, like it's about 9.5 inches deep roughly, and it's hugely wide. So we're talking like 600 mils wide, or 24 mils, or 24 inches, and I held that on there. Like I've got plenty of depth as well with that. So what I want to do, depending on what I do, like I'm thinking maybe putting just a flat back on it, and then maybe putting, you know, like the bits and pieces to hold all the stuff in for the PC in the back. But what I want to find first, because I don't want to wreck the PC case that I've got, because when I go to the States, what I'll do is I'll put all the stuff back in it and I'll transport it over there. And that, because it's reasonably compact, and it's, depending on the plane, I can probably take it inside it. But what I want to do is I want to build something really cool out of this, and basically put a PC inside it and have it say, like, you know, just rough clean up. I'm not going to repaint it. I'll just Scotch-Brite the outside of it, and depending on whether I've got to weld something or onto it or whatever, you know, I'll just try and match or touch up a bit of paint, because, you know, it's got red and white, so I can flick a little bit of that on here or there or whatever and make something really cool out of it. So I may even put, you know, like some small lights or something on it, you know, like headlights, or even like just maybe, I don't know, we'll work something out. But I think it'd be really, really cool. You know, I could probably put power switches down through the front here, or anything, you know. I can make it anything I want. So this is my plan for this. So I want to basically build a Mantique PC case. So when I'm video editing, at some point, you know, like if I had a really, really cool man cave or a really cool office or something where I was doing my editing for YouTube, I've got it in this really cool case, you know, and it's a good focal point or talking point if somebody comes around, especially in a man cave, like, you know. So this is one of the things I'm thinking of too, doing when I get to Minnesota, you know, because there's plenty of guys out there, likes of, you know, I can name half a dozen guys that are within reasonable distance, that could probably build the same sort of thing. But, you know, I could build PC cases, you know, and they could put all their computer gear in it, have it really cool somewhere sitting wherever they work, and doing their video editing. You know, like there's Brent from Half-Assed Customs, like he could probably quite easily build something like this. There's Dan from DD Speed Shops. They've obviously all got computers, because they, you know, doing the same sort of thing as what I am, you know, making videos, whatever. So, you know, like, and there's Dave from Scott Rods, and there's Jeff and Dave from Sobering Restorations, and like there's all those guys that are within, you know, a few hundred miles of where Arco and I, you know, that you could build them really cool cases to put PCs in, because, yeah, like I know PCs reasonably well, but yeah, like once you figure out a reasonable layout, like you could put heaps of shit in there. There's so much space in there, it's crazy. But anyway, so I won't stop waffling on. So that's just basically, we'll call this part one of what I'm doing. So hopefully over the next few weeks, in between doing these car shows, and I'll try and gather up some bits, so I can try and get this started. But the first thing I need is, I want to try and find an older PC case that's one of the real sort of older ugly ones, that's basically what I want it for is the motherboard part of it, that where you screw your motherboard to for all your other components. I want that part out of it, so I can either use it as reference or graft it in here when I'm building. I'll start building, and then I can just make all the other stuff. But that's quite critical for where the nuts and bolts and screws and everything go for it to hold it together. So yeah, we'll go from there. Righty, cheers guys.